Some very tragic news today in the world of NCAA college football as Mike Leach, who was the coach of Mississippi State and was ready to coach him in a bowl game, passed away suddenly due to heart failure. Mike Leach was born in California in March 1961 and was raised as a Mormon. He would go to Brigham Young University, which was prevalent because of Brigham Young was the founder of the Latter-day Saints. Unfortunately, he suffered an ankle injury and he couldn't play football. But he would sit in on film sessions and actually was there where BYU decided to do a pass-oriented offense led by quarterbacks Mark Wilson, Jim McMahon, and Steve Young, which was uncommon with the pass-oriented offense. Leach would graduate from BYU with a bachelor's degree in American Studies. He would get a doctorate from Pepperdine and actually got a master's of sports science and sports coaching in 1988. He would actually be head coach in Finland for a football league. He would be part of the offensive coordinator stats for Iowa Wesleyan University. Then he went to Valdosta State for 4 years and then Kentucky. So he developed the air raid offense, which was great offensive stats with the passing attack. Thanks to his offensive coordinator stuff at Kentucky, Tim Couch became a number one pick of the Browns. Anyway, Leach would go to Oklahoma and improve on their offense. But Texas Tech swiped him from Oklahoma to be their head coach. And Texas Tech put up 3 9-win seasons and an 11-win season, bringing them to prominence in the 2000s. Texas Tech shocked everyone by beating Baylor, the Longhorns, and Texas A&M all 3 of them, and then won the Tangerine Bowl over Clemson, which was huge. But Clemson wasn't really the powerhouse we know today. The Red Raiders started out 6-0 in 2005, which was amazing. And of course, Leach was mainly there for the air raid offense of Cliff Kingsbury, B.J. Simons, and Graham Harrell. Who can forget those quarterbacks being very good? And of course, Texas Tech was one of the greatest had some great wins. Texas Tech scored 70 points in the 2004 season, beating Nebraska, which was shocking because that was the most points Nebraska gave up and all that. And the 2008 season was huge because the Red Raiders shocked Texas in 2008 at home in a nationally televised game. It was huge. Leach ended up 5-4 in postseason play in Texas Tech in the 2000s. So he did sign a 3-year contract extension with Texas Tech in 2009. But anyway, in 2008, they shocked everyone. They were 9-0. They took down the number 1 Texas Longhorns on home turf. They should have won the Big 12 South, which would have got them in the Big 12 thing. But there was a problem with the tiebreaker. They said that, Texas Tech couldn't be part of the BCS because the rules stated 2 teams from each conference could enter BCS play per season. And Oklahoma had the tiebreaker on the BCS ranking. So that meant Texas Tech would go to the Cotton Bowl and lose to Ole Miss. Leach would then in 2009 lead Texas Tech, become the all-time winningest coach in Texas Tech history. Unfortunately, Leach was suspended indefinitely by Texas Tech because of inappropriate treatment of Adam James, who was Craig James' son, because of a problem with a concussion and all that. But anyway, unfortunately, Leach did not take it well and got canned from Texas Tech. So anyway, it was just terrible and all that. Leach tried his best to sue, but no. So anyway, Leach went to the CBS College Sports Network. However, it didn't last too long as Washington State hired him to be head coach. So he started in 2012. And, there were problems with Leach and all that. However, in his second season, he got Wazoo to be bowl eligible for the first time in a decade. They got invited to the New Mexico Bowl, but lost to Colorado State. Washington State had a breakthrough season in 2015, winning 9 games, going to the Sun Bowl, and winning against Miami 20-14, which meant it was the best Cougars team in like 12 years. In 2016, he led Wazoo to the Holiday Bowl against Minnesota, which they lost. They were given another chance in 2017 to the Holiday Bowl and lost to Michigan State. Leach recruited Gardner Minshew, a quarterback, and it worked out. Wazoo won 10 games, the most since their Rose Bowl appearance in 2002. They had a chance at the Rose Bowl and to clinch the Pac-12 North title, but lost to Washington in the snow in their own ballpark. The Cougars went to the Alamo Bowl and beat Iowa State, making it their 11th win. After a terrible 2019 season, Leach left and agreed to be Mississippi State's head coach. And, they beat LSU, which was shocking because they were the national champs. 2021, he led them to the Liberty Bowl, which was a loss to somebody. I can't remember who. And then, of course, he got the 2022 season in which he won 8 games for Mississippi State, getting them tied for 3rd in the SEC West. So he was great as Kentucky's offensive coordinator, helping Texas Tech get 10 consecutive winning seasons and won with 11, which was nice, and 9 bowl appearances. And, of course, he is the winningest football coach in Texas Tech history, 2-time National Coach of the Year. All that. He had a good coaching tree, the oldest of 6 siblings. He and his wife were the parents of 4 children, along with 3 grandchildren. So anyway, unfortunately, Leach experienced a health issue and was hospitalized just 2 days ago. He was in critical condition, but unfortunately, he had a massive heart attack, and he had complications due to a heart condition. Mississippi State is scheduled to play in the ReliaQuest Bowl, formerly known as the Outback Bowl, in Tampa against Illinois. It will be shocking because Mississippi State was a top 25 team, and now they'll have to play on January 2nd without him. It's shocking for a coach to die while with